Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Ankara, the capital of Turkey. Today I'm traveling on Pegasus Airlines, and that is a first for me. On this channel I like to give you value for money. You might be thinking, wow, when did that change? Haha. No, I'm traveling not on one but two flights. One's a domestic flight from Ankara to Istanbul, and then an international flight from Istanbul to Edinburgh. And I thought, fair enough, low-cost airline, what could possibly go wrong? Well, I looked on Tripadvisor and I think I know. I did a bit of research on Tripadvisor, and of 8,459 reviews, 3,404, oh that's 40%, give Pegasus a terrible rating. These flights are going to be brilliant. Complaints seem to fall into two categories. One was customer service, and I quote, "They don't care about the customers, they only care about money. Complaints are never actioned, customer service non-existent, horrible customer service, staff are really horrible." Now, you could in theory use those kind of feedbacks on just about every low-cost airline, but also they say, worst airline I have ever used, worst airline ever, worst aviation company in the world. They've obviously done a lot of research to come up with that conclusion. Please avoid Pegasus Airlines, please. A tone of desperation in that one. Strongly advise against ever using Pegasus. I'll be changing planes not at Istanbul International, but at SAW, which is Sabiha Gokcen. And I've got a connection of 2 hours and 25 minutes, so this could be interesting. The bottom line is, if something goes pear-shaped, you're on your own, pal. But that's usually the case with low-cost airlines anyway. There is one thing I'm a little bit worried about, and I'll tell you what that is when we get to Ankara Airport. When we get to Ankara Airport. Here in Ankara, there is no direct public transport service from the city centre to the airport. Oh, you can go by taxi, and you can go by one of these expensive shuttle minibuses. They're a bit pricey, but if you want to go by public bus, you've got to catch the metro to a place called Asta, as in Hasta la Vista baby. You then catch the bus to the airport and you can bid Hasta la Vista to Ankara, and that's exactly what I'll be doing. I thought actually things were going to go a bit pear-shaped this morning. I booked my two flights on my laptop through their website, no problem at all. This morning when I tried to check in, it would only give me Turkish language. I was using my phone. There was no way you could change the language, and I thought, right, my Turkish is how am I going to do this? So plan B was to download the app. Once I downloaded the app, it was fine. I did pay £11 for the cheapest possible window seat on the Istanbul to Edinburgh flight, because I might get some nice scenery for you guys. But 11 quid for the cheapest window seat. Wow. Right, let's try and find this metro, and let's get to Asta. Okay, the station is called Asti, not Asta, so that makes my Arnold Schwarzenegger joke fall a bit flat, doesn't it? Another update. I don't think it's a metro service at all, but it could be a surface train. A very nice guard saw me and thought I was looking a bit confused, and funnily enough I was. Right, surface train. This is a very nice station, but there is a complete and utter lack of signage. Aha, a destination board at last. Online it says it's line A1. Which means absolutely nothing. Right, another update. I went to information and he told me it was actually a bus service, not a metro. As it turns out, I think he was wrong, because there are two stations here. There's one behind us there called YHT Gar, which is underneath the high-speed platforms. And there's one around here called Maltepe, and that's the station I'm supposed to be looking for. They're so close together, but apparently they didn't know about that over there. Right, Maltepe Metro. It's a good job I always give myself loads of time. I can't remember whether it was the official website for Ankara Airport or another one, but they actually said that that's where the trains leave from, YHT. That's what threw me. Never believe what you read on the internet. Right, I think I need to cross this road here. Let's do this. Never walk and use a GoPro at the same time. I don't want to sound like a grumpy old man, because I'm not, but some cities have got their public transport down to a fine art. Then there's Ankara. You arrive at this fantastic, shiny, modern, spacious station, and there are no references to the fact that there's a metro station outside on the pavement. It's as if the operators of the metro and Turkish Railways don't talk to each other. And when you go down into the metro to get underneath the road, there's no sign to say, oh, by the way, the A1 station you're looking for, just go this way. Absolutely no signage. And also, there's no maps of the public transport. I mean, usually you get a map somewhere showing you the underground, the surface railways, that kind of thing. Nothing. Anyway, I finally made it to Asti, the bus station, and it's huge. All I have to do now is find the bus to the airport. Here we go again. This is a seriously enormous bus station. Here's a model. I had to ask information to find out where the bus left from. 2 levels down, and then she gave me the stand number. That's what you need a sign for. Surely I'm not the only person looking for the airport bus. You'd think there'd be a little sign somewhere. Well, I don't think I've ever been so happy to get to an airport. It's turned into a horrible night, and that coach, which was supposed to take an hour, took an hour and 20 minutes. Rush hour traffic in Ankara is a nightmare. Okay, the problem the fear I had was the following. The baggage allowance with Pegasus. Now I carry this backpack, and it always does the job. To give you an idea, this is how they compare low-cost airlines. EasyJet 45 times 36 times 20 centimeters, very generous for a low-cost airline. Ryanair 20 times 40 times 25, that's a little bit stingy, but it's not too bad. Wizz 40 times 30 times 20, and Pegasus 40 times 30 times 15 centimeters. That is that far, and most backpacks would actually fall foul of that. Not me. I know what I'm doing. I've jettisoned a few of my older clothes. I'm going to have my toiletries bag in my jacket pocket. I'm going to have my tech bag where I've got all my cables and adapters. That's in the jacket as well. I've got a power bank that's going to be in here. 15 centimeters? I don't need 15 centimeters. The other thing as well is my flight to Istanbul leaves at 5:45 in the morning. I like to be there about 2 hours in advance, so we're talking about 3:45 a.m. There is absolutely no way I could have relied on that kind of transport service at that time in the morning, even if it did actually operate. So I've decided just to rough it here at the airport. There are no hotels here at Ankara. You have to actually go a mile or two out, and then at 3 in the morning you have to rely on a taxi. What happens if the taxi doesn't turn up? You're snookered. So I may as well just be here for 6 hours, 7 hours, listen to a couple of podcasts, try and find some coffee, and I'll wing it. So let's get inside where it's dry and warm. Just for the record, I'm actually flying to Sabiha Gokcen Airport, which is on the Asian side of the Bosporus in Istanbul. I'm at the right terminal. I'm just on the hunt for food now. I do know hidden underneath the fried rice are some chickpeas. I think she did me a favour because I wanted the chickpeas. I'll cover it with the rice and what looks like a beef something or other. Don't know where this bottle of Miller came from because I'm on the coffee tonight. Don't know where that came from. I'm not a Miller drinker, but hey, if it's here, right, I'll see you after I finish my dinner because this has to keep me going until around about, well, 14 hours. Well, I've listened to all of my podcasts. It's now a case of catching up with some videos. It's just gone 3 AM. Let's get airside. Didn't even check my bag. And here we are at Sabiha Gokcen Airport. This is a new one for me. Pegasus, they were actually all right. More legroom than Ryanair. We left 12 minutes early and friendly staff. At the gate, I was speaking to the guy who was scanning my ticket, and I asked him to clarify about the duty-free bags. If you go onto our low-cost airlines website, it'll tell you you can have your hand luggage and one duty-free bag. But the Pegasus website doesn't mention that. And because they're a bit funny about this 15 centimeter business, I thought I'd better double check that. And he says, no, as long as you've got your receipt in the bag, you won't have a problem. And the reason for that, of course, is because in case you are tempted to put your own things in the duty-free bag to circumvent their strict hand luggage policy. As if I would do that. Speaking of which, they never measured my bag. In fact, they didn't even have those metal boxes which you put your bag into to make sure it fits. There's no check at all. Right, speaking of duty-free, I've got some duty-free missions to complete, and I'm going to get some coffee. So I'll see you when we're airside again. This place is so busy. Every single coffee shop, every single table, every single seat, chock-a-block. And I need my coffee. And here we are back at Edinburgh. Sabiha Gokcen. What a nightmare of an airport. That was not a very nice experience. It was absolutely rammed. You were lucky enough to find a place to stand, never mind sit. That just wasn't going to happen. Everything was absolutely chock-a-block. What a horrible experience. I don't want to go back there again. What was a good experience was Pegasus. All this negativity from Tripadvisor. Well, everything went according to plan, and I thought they were pretty good. Again, more seat room than Ryanair. And the final score, I think, was Pegasus 2, Tripadvisor 0. Other things worth mentioning, they didn't check the luggage, the hand luggage again. They don't even have these little bins that you can put the luggage in to see if it fits the dimensions. They just don't have them. So what's the big deal about this 15 centimeters? I was getting myself worked up for no reason at all. And they don't try and sell you scratch cards on board. Absolutely brilliant. The staff were nice, the flight was on time, did I mention that? I could not fault Pegasus at all. They call themselves the Pegasus family. Yeah, they seem to be good. Until something goes wrong, then I think you see the worst of them. But yeah, I was lucky. 2 flights, perfect. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming along on this little Pegasus journey, and I'll see you next time.